What's up, minions? Lex DeVille here, and in this video we are going to talk about Upwork's new Available Now feature. It is a feature that you can spend connects on. You can bid upon this feature, is my understanding, to turn on your availability, to show clients that you are available to work right now. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on whether or not that is worth it. If you want to see that, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. For those who don't know me, I'm Lex DeVille, and on this channel we help you escape corporate prison and build a freelance empire. We share lots of freelance tips and tutorials, so if you're new, consider subscribing. Previous video we talked about some Upwork proposal cheat code words and how you can do your own research to find cheat code words that will help you stand out to clients, give you an increased chance to actually get interviewed, which moves you one step closer to getting a job, making money. You can see that video up here, and go check that out whenever you get time. Some good stuff in there. This video we're talking about Upwork's availability feature. It's a feature that has been in like beta test mode. This is how Upwork rolls out new features. So they put it out there, they test it for a while, several months, and then they decide, did this feature make us enough money to actually be worth it? So it's kind of funny because whenever I see them talking about these things in a community, it's always like, are these features really beneficial to freelancers? Is this going to be beneficial to freelancers and clients? Is it going to help them? And that's how it's positioned usually. But the real question is whether or not it makes money for Upwork. And if it makes money for Upwork, then Upwork will keep it. And if it does not make money for Upwork, then Upwork scraps it and says, no, we're going to move on to something else. So this new feature, in that way, it's kind of like the feature where you could bid for space in whenever you were sending proposals. You could like place a bid to get yourself higher up on the proposal list for clients to see you. That turned out to be a shitty practice. Everybody saw right through it. Everybody said the people who are, like, if you know that clients hire freelancers based on who they think is going to be the best person for the job, if you know that, if you have that understanding, then you also know that features such as that are a huge waste of time because they don't help the person who is the best fit for the job. That person is going to get interviewed anyway. They also don't help the people who are not the best fit for the job because that person was never going to get interviewed because they weren't a good fit. So clients aren't stupid. They're not so stupid that they just say, oh, you're at the top of the list, I'm going to take you. This is why I've never agreed with this idea that being the first person to apply to a gig is how you get hired. That's nonsense. It's complete bullshit. Because if the first person who applies isn't a good fit for the job, they're not going to get hired. Clients do not just hire based on the order you appear on the list of proposals. Will that increase your chances? Maybe marginally at best. And that's if you are a good fit for the job. But clients usually want to see at least a few people before they make some kind of decision about who they're going to hire. So back to this feature, Available Now. What does it do? The feature allows you to set your profile as available, which just shows a little green dot near your name and the word available, I think, if I remember correctly. And this is supposed to help you get invited to jobs. And I'll go over to my screen here real quick. I'm going to flip over and just maybe show you. I'll probably have to do a screen record here in a little bit. But when you're editing your profile, it's got this thing up here with a little lightning mark. Lightning, available now. Mine's turned off. I've never had it turned on even whenever they had that option. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. You can bid, so you have to bid a certain number of connects, and then it says the price to turn on the badge may go up or down depending on how many people have it on. We'll turn the badge off automatically if the price exceeds your maximum. So they're giving you a way to bid connects, and once your availability badge is turned on, clients can see that in search results, and they can contact you. This presents the exact same problem, though, as the other bidding system because, again, if you are not a good fit for the job, clients are not just going to contact you because you're available right now. That's not what we do. Clients do not do that. We spend time because we're business owners and we have to make decisions about where our money is going. We're not just like, let's throw cash at everything, guys. Cash for you and cash for you. We don't do that. That's not what clients do. We wouldn't be in business if we operated like that. We make strategic moves. We say, who is the best person for the amount of money that I'm willing to spend? Who is that person for this job? And if we're searching, we go to the search, we type in our search term, and then we look through the people. And if we don't find anyone on the first page, we click to the second page. And if we don't find anyone on the second page, we put in a different search term, and we try searching for another term to hopefully get better results. It doesn't matter who has green available on there. But the question is not about whether or not this helps freelancers. It is, does it make money for Upwork? And the answer apparently is yes, because they're keeping the feature. How does it make money for Upwork? Well, again, this comes down to Upwork targeting the bottom barrel users, the people who aren't making very much money in the first place. They're not making much money in the platform, so how Upwork has to answer the question for themselves, how do we get more money out of those people? And the answer for them is we have to separate, first of all, money from value in their minds, and then we have to give them a reason to believe that it is worth it to spend more money with us. So how do they do that? Well, they do it by allowing you to bid on this availability badge, which to freelancers who don't know better is it creates this perception of this is going to give me a leg up, but it's not. It's not going to give you any leg up. So they start to bid on it. And now because they're bidding and because they're simultaneously sending out proposals, they're burning through connects. And you burn through more and more connects, and soon enough, you're out of connects. What do? You have to purchase more connects, or else you can't send more proposals and you can't put your availability badge on. And so by burning this up, now you have a reason to purchase connects because you need them, or else you can't find jobs. This is a real problem for people on the bottom end of the spectrum. It's unfortunate for them because the reasons they're not getting hired, it's not even about getting interviews. Even if you were able to make it to the interview by some wild chance, you would still find that you don't get hired because you still have to survive the interview and be competent enough for the client to want to pick you. So that's a real problem. We have a problem with people who are at the lower end of the spectrum who just, it's about the mindset. It's about how they approach clients. They don't understand value creation. They don't understand that they have to actually be able to solve the client's problems. They don't understand that they have to be able to communicate clearly, have something of value, be a specialist, not some generalist, handyman type person trying to do everything. So those people don't end up getting hired in the first place. And now because they're not getting hired, Upwork is trying to siphon money out of them by getting them to use up their connects faster and then buy more connects. And people like myself, and perhaps many of you watching this, who are able to attract clients very easily on Upwork, you realize there's no need for this. And personally for me, I wouldn't use it. There's no way I would use this. The reason I wouldn't use it is because I'm not a fucking employee. I'm not at your every beck and call. Just because you message me does not mean I need to respond right now. That's not the way I operate my business. I'm a business owner, not an employee. So I don't turn on this availability badge. I'm not turning it on. I'm never turning it on. And I also don't I turned off the thing in the messages that lets clients know when you're online or offline. I turn that off because I don't want clients having this expectation that when they send me a message that I'm going to message them right back. Now, if I choose to message them right back, that's my own business. I can choose to message a client right back if I want. But I don't need that expectation that Lex DeVille should be immediately available just because you sent a message. That's not the way it works. If you message most businesses out there, they're not going to respond to you immediately because they have shit to do. And I have a business and I also have shit to do. So I wouldn't use this feature. Even if it were free, I wouldn't use it. And I already turn off my online status. I even do this in Discord so that in Discord, there's no expectation that I'm going to respond immediately. And sometimes I don't. So that's why I wouldn't use it. I don't think it's valuable. What is more valuable is getting your profile to rank at the top of search results so that you get found easier. Because if clients aren't seeing you on that first page, then they are not able to check out your profile, find out you're a good fit, and then message you to move to the interview, to move to the sale. What else can help you? Getting better at proposals, of course. If you are better at sending proposals, that's going to help you. So if you take some time to work on your mindset, to start to learn about value creation, how can you create value for these clients? How can you be the person who solves their problem? Working on your offer. What can you offer them that is going to give you a leg up on your competition? A real leg up, not just this bullcrap psychological games and tricks that Upwork is playing to take money from you. Getting better at your proposals, that gives you an instant advantage. Getting better in the mindset department, getting better in your profile, and getting ranked up on search results, those all give you instant free advantages. Now, of course, you can pay for my courses if you really wanted to, and I can maybe help you out with some of that. Haha, shameless drop, whatever they call that. But seriously, work on, if you don't know where to go, if you don't know where to start, go to my channel homepage, click on my name, like it's right by my little avatar picture. Click on that, go to the homepage, find the Upwork tutorial series. And people always seem to miss this, but it's right there on the homepage. It's in a playlist. You can go step by step. You can see how to write a good proposal. You can see how to craft a good profile and different elements of that. And that will give you a good start. You can also use the projects feature now. And that's another benefit that I think we should talk about in another video, but I've used it successfully recently, and that's actually working out pretty well. I'll talk about how maybe some ways to optimize your projects as best you can for now based on what's in there, and what I think has worked well for me, because I just got a pretty big project, just finished that up, and that's going well. So I like that. So use your projects, use your profile, get better at proposals, and get better at coming up with offers and customized proposals for people. Just get better in the free things. Focus on getting better at the free things that you can do, and skip over these bullshit Upwork tactics that they're trying to use to suck money out of you guys. It's just not necessary, and I wouldn't use most of them anyway. I didn't use the bidding system. I'm not using this available system because it's just nonsense. I'm not wasting connects on that. There's no reason to, because my profile sits at the top of search results, except for my key search term right now. But there's something weird going on with Upwork there. If you guys are curious about that, brand copywriter was my search term for a while now, for months and months. Then I disappeared, and we decided that Upwork had shuffled the algorithm somehow. Now I go in and search for it. I'm sitting at the top for my other search terms, but not my main search term. When you search for brand copywriter, things like housekeeping pops up, jack of all trades, laundry service, automotive repair. Like, I don't even know where these freelancers are coming from. I don't know what they're doing on Upwork, but it's for the first 2 pages, Upwork has just spammed brand copywriter with the most wild, ridiculous people. None of them are copywriters. And I had to go 2 pages deep to find myself at the top of all of the other copywriters. So I am ranking at the top on that search term, but there's all these people that make no sense even for the search term at all. They're not even copywriters. So whatever. I don't know what Upwork's doing there. It's a mess. But my latest Udemy course, Advanced Upwork Profiles 2, does have very useful information to help you get to the top of search results. You do have to have a little bit of money earned, because Upwork likes people who have earned money, who make them money, so keep that in mind. But that can potentially help you out. Overall opinion on this stupid availability badge, it's nonsense. It is not going to give you a leg up. You are never going to beat me for a gig based on having the availability badge. If you want to beat me, you're going to have a damn good profile. You are going to have an epic proposal, and you're going to have to be able to deliver something of real value to clients. And that should always be your goal. Your goal should be to outdo me, to perform better than me, to be able to attract my clients, not necessarily my clients. Maybe you're not a brand copywriter, but it doesn't matter. Push yourself to get better every single day at proposal writing and your profile. And do the free things. Focus on the free things that are freely available that will allow you to make money. And one other thing that I thought was kind of funny, I brought this up in Upwork's community too. I made sure that they knew my thoughts on it. If Upwork would just give us actually useful tools, we would happily pay for it. People at the top would pay for it. I would pay for certain features if Upwork would implement features that were actually useful. And I don't even know what those features are off of the top of my head right now. But for instance, if I could pay to be at the top of search results, if I could pay to push myself up, maybe that wouldn't help me that much right now because I'm already ranking at the top. But for people who aren't, That would be super valuable if you could just pay and say, okay, now I'm at the top. Or maybe you could pay and have an advertised space. Maybe you could pay to be advertised or featured advertising. That's another way that would make sense to me. I would pay to advertise myself out there in front of certain types of people. So I don't know why Upwork just continues to ignore the fact that people who are making money, people who have money to spend on the platform, would be happy to pay even monthly for useful features that give you real advantages. And people who aren't making money, they would also be happy to pay for those because it would give them an opportunity to get that foot up, get a leg up, a foot in the door, whatever I'm trying to say. That's my thoughts on that. Availability badge, big waste of time. Don't bother with it. It's not going to help you. The only thing that's going to help you is being the best fit for the job that you are applying to, or being a good fit in your profile and getting it to the top of your search term so that the right clients can find you. That's my thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts in a comment down below. If you've tested this, how many connects have you wasted on it? How many clients have not hired you because you use this thing? That's all I got for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lex DeVille. I'll see you next time.